Alright folks, hello and welcome to another modern stream. I think it was Shakespeare who once said, sometimes they are memes so good that are worth embracing. Beautiful words, beautiful words. And today we do so. Today we put them to practice. And we do so in the best possible way. The legend says that once upon a time, which means a couple of days ago, House of Mana, fellow host in the Titan Talk podcast, joined the Modern Challenge and misclick while building his deck and added an Oran-Reef Hydra. Yes, Oran-Reef Hydra. It's a 6 mana 5/5 trample with landfall. When land enters the battlefield under your control, you put a +1/+1 counter on the Hydra. And if that land is a forest, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on Oran-Reef Hydra. Power level is through the roof. Of course, silliness and stupidity never goes punished. And then House of Mana proceeds to get first in said challenge with a 61 card deck featuring the Fearless Hydra. Beautiful story. Beautiful, beautiful story. So today we honor the legend that House of Mana became. We honor the meme by playing the list through a league. And somehow that rhymes. I didn't even try, I swear. 61 cards is built in Millhate, exactly. So like the percentages are they're just perfect. Of course, the rest of the list is just basically the stock list that we've been playing, that we've been doing pretty well with here on stream. The only change is one Turbo Script instead of the Grafdigger's Cage, which honestly I think it's probably better. I personally have not been too happy with the cage. It has some like random uses, like for example against Dredge, particularly if they have access to some kind of hate, they can force you to crack the crypt while they can't really force you to crack the cage, so you force them to have the hate instead of just be able to play through it. The same thing goes for something like Storm. I can't believe I couldn't tell you how many times I've had a Tormo scripting play against Storm and they just proceed to lose the game anyway. So definitely a bunch of these decks Cage is better against. Of course, that's nothing to say against decks like the Druid decks, the Collected Company decks, etc. But in this case, Tormod script right now in the current meta, I think it might be better. The reason is number one, Mystic Sanctuary, which Grafdigger's Cage doesn't really do anything against, and Tormod script stops if at least for one turn. And number two is Udo, because like getting rid of the graveyard means that even if your opponent answers your Grafdigger's Cage, they just don't have the Uro anymore, right? Like what happens otherwise with the Cage is your opponent just like plays the Teferi, like you play Cage and you stop the Uro from coming back, but then your opponent top decks like a 3-mana Teferi, they bounce the Cage and they just get back the Uro that they have in the graveyard because it was in exile. So because of that, I think that it's possible that Tormod script is just a better form of hate. Of course, the difference between 0 mana and 1 mana is huge sometimes, right? Especially against decks like Upso spells and Storm and whatnot. So even though Storm can win through Tormod script, but definitely been doing really well with this list. So not only do we have House with the 61 card special, of course, but we also had Punt also to play the event with, I think, the exact 75. Yeah, with the exact same 75. He was playing One Beast Within over the second Force of Vigor. Oh no, he actually has a pretty different list. Huh, I assumed it was the same list, but I guess like he made some changes. Like he has the Guy's Blessing of his respective mill. He has both Cage and Tormo script. Interesting. Well, I guess I should talk to him about it. Oh my, what is Hydramulet? Glad you asked. We've been talking about it and we've been memeing over it for a while now. And now we're gonna join a league with it. Oh yeah. Don't let your memes be dreams, folks. Don't let your memes be dreams. When I saw this, I mistook it for Obosh Hydra, and I was like, yeah, I guess I can see the Oran-Reef. I don't know. Yeah, no, it's terrible. Like, it's definitely terrible. but yeah. It's just a great story. Another thing that I want to point out is how, like, Yendrak continues to do very well with Banned Stoneblade, which I think is awesome. I really like Banned Stoneblade. As I said a couple of days, this is one of the very few decks, very few non-Titan decks that I've ever played at big events. So this deck is great. What's also great is Resmaster coming in for the 17th month with the Prime sub. Thank you so much, Resmaster. Welcome back once again. Why get lands where you can get counters? That's what I've been saying all along. That's what I've been saying all along. Need more counters on my Vial. Oh, remember Vial? Those were the days. Those were the days. Well, I mean, we're just one Hydra away from being in really good shape here, right? So I think this is a keep. Hammer time. Bounce land, please. I mean, if I don't die on turn 2, should be in fine shape. Maybe if I don't die on turn 3. We need to draw a bounce land, though. Also, we're dead on turn 2. Vial was a wild week. Oh, the Titan Vial was around for a while. Titan Vial was around for a minute there. Ghost Squatter comes in. Oh, that's right. I made a sideboarding guide for this. Of course, it doesn't take into account the fact that we're playing Hydra, but I really don't think that you're supposed to cut the Hydra in any matchups under any circumstances. But if you are a Twitch sub, or if you are a Patreon supporter, you should have access to a full-on complete cyber guide. So we go to combo, we find... Wait, did I forget to add hammer time? Whoops. Well, I guess I forgot to add hammer time. Let's do that then. Boom, boom, boom. Well, this is awkward. Am I playing 61 cards? Yes. Yeah, 61 cards is the optimal number. Because otherwise you don't wanna, you wanna make sure that you keep the proper balance between your spells and your lands. And if you go up and you would play too many cards, then you might run into trouble, How do I want to approach this? I guess on the play I'm not gonna be a coward. Is Hammer the new Neoform? Maybe. So this hand is fine with any green source. Bounce land is the best draw, obviously, but any green source is just great. because even if my opponent tries to get ahead with Cigar the Sade, a Rex Sage just stops that plan immediately. And if we find a bounce land, then it's just go time, right? Like we just go off. I think I'm going to copy my opponent's land because I want to make sure that if I draw explosives, I am Thoughtseize. I mean, this is great. Like, this gives me time, which is exactly what I need. Like, my opponent is spending their early turns trying to disrupt me instead of doing their own game plan. So, that helps me because it buys me time. But I was going to say, if I draw explosives, I can play explosives for 1. Which is what I'm going to do right now. Again, if we draw a bounce line, I feel like we effectively win on the spot. And I'm, of course, playing the explosives on 1 because 1 is a lot better than 0 against them. Because it just deals with the actual threats instead of being with their silly 0 drops. Their 0 drops are not worth anything if they are not wearing hammers and weapons of all sorts. There you go. Again, looking for bounce land here. Far and away our best draw. Shadow Spear is fine. I'm not even gonna blow up these explosives. Green source. I think I'm gonna play my Dryad here. My opponent might have double hammer. And I would be dead, but that's fine. Only 1 hammer is fine, like that's not lethal, so I don't really care. Gonna deal a bunch of damage, they're gonna gain a bunch of life. And then we're going to crack explosives later. Like they have down to 2 cards in hand and they are gonna have nothing going on. I mean, I would have loved to draw lands because now we're gonna be blowing up our own amulet, so that means that we're going to get a little bit time walked over there. Definitely unfortunate. And it's weird because we have, like, we're playing 61 cards, right? So we have like the perfect ratio of lands and spells. But somehow we're just missing our land drop, which is puzzling. I think I'm just gonna play Karn right now. We're just gonna play Karn, and I think just gonna go for coding. We could go for, yeah, let's just go for coding. We could also go for like another explosives. We could go for Tormod's Crypt to make sure that Lurrus doesn't get any value. But like, if I destroy my opponent's lands, like how are they casting Lurrus, right? Oh, and they cycle? Oh yeah, this plays right into my plan. Awesome. I will not block your Ornithopter. Wait, what? Steerings. The whiff! No, we bottomed the Hydra? Damn it. How lucky can a person be? How unlucky can a person be? It's uncanny. Uncanny. They just didn't put Lurrus in their hand? Why would they not put Lurrus in their hand? I mean, it's not like they can win, but like still, it was correct for them to put Lurrus in hand. Okay, now we're on the draw, so I'm a little bit more afraid of my opponent just aggroing me out. So Dismember makes more sense. Man, I really wish we had drawn the Hydra that last game. Is the Hydra meme? Hope you didn't answer this too much already. I think it's the correct thing for me to do is to let you arrive to your own conclusions. You can check out the deck list here, Iloparto. And you can check at it, you can check it out, analyze it, figure out what the proper assessment is. What am I doing here? Just gonna cut a Summon Respect. You have a lot of threats. And cutting Summon Respect obviously is better than cutting the Hydra, because like the Hydra is what lets the meme survive, which is very, very important. Sansa is pretty solid. We got a blocker, we got a Dismember to interact with our opponent. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. Sure. My opponent is really leaving that Time Walk myself life. Amulet. Whoops. Ooh, I almost have 6 on my turn. Clicked on the wrong one. Stoneforge Mystic. You got a hammer. Okay. Can we set this up somehow? Yes, we can. So what we do is we play this, play Amulet, and we pass the turn, and next turn we can Titan. We can't haste because we are very unlucky and we drew our Warlord's Garrison, but can we Titan next turn? I think we're still missing a green source, actually. Yeah, I think we're actually missing a green source. I think I miscounted. Pure Steel Paladin. That's a problem. Excuse me, what? They're holding a path? Wow, that's so unbelievably good for me. Unless they have double hammer, in which case it's not good for me, but play this, use the green mana, 1/2, 1/2. Yeah, we just don't have enough green sources. Brutal. Maybe they're playing around Rex Sage, but like it seems like a very bad idea. I'm just developing my mana because I want to start using field. I want to start triggering field so I can get value. Say hammer. Oh, they can't equip, that's why. But like they still didn't use their mana. That doesn't seem very good for them. I always forget that they actually need they need Metalcraft to activate the Equip for 0 ability. I'll block your pure steel padding. Alrighty. Alrighty. How do we do this? We play Rot Farm. Thanks to Castle, that's 6 mana. We have this and this untapped. We play... we can't haste, right? Because we drew the stupid Boros Garrison. Can we pact for a Dryad, though? We get... So I think we pact for Titan. We get 3 mana, but then we can't haste. No, we can have Stronghold plus Simic Growth Chamber. That would be 3 mana. 4 mana from the Stronghold plus 1 from the... Pacting for anything other than Hydra is disrespectful, honestly. I think we are 4 mana, 5, 6. I think we're good here. I think we are good. So we get this, Pact, Prime Time, yes. We do Simic Growth Chamber plus Stronghold. Growth Chamber, bounce a mana, tap Growth Chamber, leave these untapped. We're gonna bounce the Garum Brig. Transmute for another Summoner's Pact. We're gonna Pact, Dryad of Deletion Grove, play Dryad, play my land, boom, boom, untap, haste Titan, untap that, bounce, whatever, combat, swing, yes, trigger, Valakut, and we can do a fetch land. It's one more trigger. Sure, I like triggers. Whee! Skill their paladin for value. Nice and easy. Just led to believe I was a man of the memes. I mean, more than a man of the memes, I am a man of the wins. Yeah, right? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think that was pretty good. Do you think it was pretty good? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Oran-Reef Hydra, he clearly completely busted. Broken card. I wonder if they saw 61 cards. I hope they did. I hope that they're like, I can't believe that I lost to this meme. And then they realize that their own deck is a meme. They're like, oh, so I guess it's only fair. Just out here playing meme wars in Modern. Having a great time. Stubbs with a tier 1 sub. 16 months supporting the stream. Thank you so much, Stubbs. How's your Monday? How is your Monday? Because mine's great. We're 1-0 with Oran-Reef Hydra in our deck. How bad can a Monday be when you have Oran-Reef Hydra in your deck and you're still 1-0? Training this week instead of work. Interesting. What do you do? I don't think I've ever asked what you do. I mean, we're supposed to keep this hand, right? How can we ever lose? I think the sand might be slightly better. We bought on the car, that's bad. Listen, Ralph. A chemical maintainer at a nuclear plant. Jeez. Are you you're basically Homer Simpson. That's what I'm hearing. Would that be accurate? I mean, now I just refuse to accept another option. Like, you are just Homer Simpson. Wow, my opponent is just a lock sack. Wow, my opponent is just a luck sack. Okay. It really bothers me how they have like 2 of these and somehow they always manage to draw it against me. It's not even funny. Like, pretty close to Homer Simpson, except Joe is slightly different and I'm actually competent. Oh, wow. Nice. Are you also less yellow or are you more yellow? Because that's another important question, I think. Explosives, ballista. Cut the cards. Bring in force. Cut fountain. Cut a couple of explorers. This hand looks perfect. Keep it. Perfect hand is perfect. We can even develop mana. This hand is gasoline. Not very yellow, but if I strike Nikki, I might get yellow. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Honestly, it really sucks that my opponent moves to 5 when I have an actively great hand. I always feel like I'm missing out on value, you know? I feel like I'm wasting a great hand in a situation where it's likely that I'm winning anyway. This ballista's gonna be money! This ballista's gonna be money! Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I mean, to be fair, my opponent was indeed a luck sack. I was just luck sucker. They're like degrees of luck suckness, you know what I'm saying? There are varied degrees of luck suckness. There's like being a luck sack, there's being luck sucker, that's being lockness. So I'm just gonna get Valakut on a fetch here. Ping there, ping there. My opponent's gonna be forced to use a bump spell here. And then we still have a fetch available to us and the ballista. Kill that one. Also kill that one. Wait, opponent? Why would you do that? They let me untap my fetches. Yeah, that wasn't a great play. Why Amulet doesn't play 2 Valakuts? You can play 2 Valakuts. But one thing that everybody everybody just undervalues how bad the amulet mana is. Amulet's mana is really bad, like really fucking bad. Like it's just awful. It really is embarrassing how bad Amulet's mana is. And whenever you are, you know, whenever you are doing something that makes your mana worse, like playing effectively a colorless ETB tapped land, that makes it less likely for you to win games because you cannot cast your spells and you roll over and die. Yeah, now I wish I had access to the hand that I had in the previous game, you know? There we go. That's actually a fine hand. Okay, this is cool. So we're gonna bottom that one because we have this already, and I think I'm actually bottoming the pact. Seems super weird to do that, but I think it's correct, and we just have to hope that we're gonna find another one. I think I'm just gonna dismember this thing actually. And now we're gonna draw an amulet off the top. It's gonna be great. We're probably gonna die, I guess. Now dismember, no. If I copy my opponent's breeding pool, copy their breeding pool. Next turn I can play Castle Untapped, play Dryad, but then I have a bounce land. No, I guess it's correct for me to play the bounce land here. It's better to play the bounce land because if I draw an amulet, I have Vesuva, so I can still play a copy of a bounce land. And if I don't do that, then we're just fucking dead. Yeah, it's okay. This matchup is not winnable anyway, so like losing it doesn't really make me feel particularly sad. Used to be a hitman for the mob, still played Magic, just would challenge hits to a game and then make them so bad that they kill themselves. Yeah, that was my strategy. That was my strategy when I was a hitman. Against mono red Obosh. I guess the sand is fine against mono red. I mean, we have the Hydra, right? Like, how bad can this hand be? It's successfully being clobbered by large remaining infect. Like, yeah, sometimes you just get. Sometimes you just get got by an infect player. Oh man, I was going to say how great I thought that this mountain artwork, and then my opponent just played a completely mismatching land, and I'm like, fuck. It's just disrespectful. So we have to develop mana here, and it's not particularly guaranteed that this Dryad's gonna survive. It's also not particularly guaranteed that we're gonna be able to not get Blood Moon here. So I think I'm gonna get T West. Just gonna get Blood Moon here. Yep. Not very surprising. Not very surprising, but we've got the Great Creator, so we actually have a shot here. I think I'm gonna do Worm. Flame / main deck. Fuck me, I guess. Yeah, Lurwim Basics having a new frame is kind of brutal, honestly. Hell yeah. Just missing land drops. Let's go. Should play the Bone Crusher Giant. I mean, this was honestly, this was pretty lucky for us, right? Like the fact that we They kind of whiffed on the light up the stage. They didn't whiff on the second one, so that's bad, obviously. In fact, are we dead? No, we're not dead just yet. Okay. So they're leaving themselves up to like top deck and bolt, but they're not. No, they're farther away from Obosh. Land. Just never fucking lucky, huh? Am I just gonna die with this Wurmcoil in my hand? Like, is that really what's gonna happen here? Land, please. Thank you. That's what we call wisdom, chat. That's what we call wisdom. Put Obosh in hand. Huh. Oh, fuck yeah. Next turn we Titan and it grows. Yes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get 2 forests. Yes. Yes. Oh wow, we're 1 mana short of Titaning again. Wow. Incredibly unlucky. I might even say unreasonably unlucky. Let's fucking go, baby. So I guess I just serve with the worm. It trades for their Bone Crusher. I can swing with both. But then, I mean, this means that I'm trading the Hydra for both of their dudes, but I keep my worm, so this is fine, I think. Please don't get Hydra banned. Yeah, that is definitely not lethal, so. But now we go up to 15 and like we still have a fucking, like my opponent's down to 4. How glorious is this? God damn it, how good is this? So let's start here. That's the easy part. Pact for Titan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Titan gets... Actually, Titan is plus mana because of double amulet, even under the moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Literally doesn't matter what we get, I guess, huh? Oh, it's actually not plus mana. What math was I doing? What was the... I was thinking that each land just tapped for 2. That's what happened. Which it doesn't. Just get Ballista, kill my opponent next turn. You have to kill me from 21, opponent. Go. Oran-Reef Hydra, baby! Oran-Reef Hydra. Let's fucking go. Do you want to attack? I'm down if you want to attack, opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 3 Blood Moon game 1, opponent? Tell me more about that. I want to hear more about how you had Blood Moon on turn 3. How did that work out for you? How did that work out for you? How did that work out for you, opponent? Tell me more about it. I love how Hydra was like actively great there. Like it was actively very, very good. It was actively very, very good. Which is honestly just delightful that was the case. My opponent kept a Blood Moon hand once again. So we're just getting Blood Moon on 3, which kind of doesn't matter too much, which is great for us. Stomp face, you got it. Oh yeah, we're playing a 6 mana 5/5. Didn't you see what just did? Clearly the Hydra is fucking busted, man. Just pass the turn here. Got a Bone Crusher. You know what I got? Prime time. So let's get field and we could get the second fetch. We can get Boros Garrison. I kind of want to get Boros Garrison. I mean, second fetch represents a zombie, so let's go with that. Six mana 9/9 with problem. It's too much power. What is my opponent supposed to do here, right? What are they supposed to do in the face of this overwhelming advantage? We have the board advantage, we have the meme advantage. We just have all the advantages right now. Just too much? Just too much. Too much. Like, what was my opponent supposed to do? What is my opponent supposed to do there? This is what they're supposed to do. They've changed PogChamp 3 times a week. Yeah, that's the whole point. They are doing a new PogChamp every day, I think. That's the idea. Let's get a forest. Put an amulet in play. Pass your turn. Guess Green White Titan Obosh just smashes? What do you mean? I feel like it's a fairly even matchup. Street Wraith! My opponent cycled Street Wraith, chat. Wow. Flashbacks. Holy shit. Serious flashbacks. 60 cards confirmed to be the correct card amount in Modern. I mean, obviously. 61 is the better number. Seeing card a lot, reclaiming with card could be a thing. You could try it. I don't think it's gonna work out. I mean, you would have to build the deck differently. Second Amulet. Don't mind if I do. Oh, this was a mistake. I should have played a Garrison here. Now if I top deck a Titan, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. I think I just plus. Should I play a Lightning Bolt from... I'm assuming my opponent's playing Grixis Shadow. I think I'm just gonna plus. Just plus on nothing. And next turn we're just gonna get... the worm. 81 card here. Yeah, there you go. Not playing around Dreadbore, I don't think. They can't have double bolt. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Guess my play was correct. We're playing against Shadow, chat. This is Grixis Shadow right here. It's kind of hot. I've not seen Grixis Shadow in... I don't know, let's just say a long time. Let's just say that I have not seen it in a really long time. I think usually what I cut in this matchup is just a forest. Yorion can remove the counters from meta so you can show your opponent how good it is again. Yeah, exactly. It's like you can just give them a chance, which is a great thing to do. It's the humanitarian thing to do. Thing to cut is my opponent. 61 cards. Always submitting 61 cards. I mean, I think we just keep this. I'm gonna Inquisition my dude, but it is what it is. Uncounterable Grazer, yeah, I know, right? Let's go. But we got good mana, we got hopefully things to do. And we have a path to Titan, which is just make land drops and play a Titan on turn 5. But it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried whatsoever. We're just looking great. Fear not, chat. Fear not. When I went down 5. No! Not my Grazer! God damn it. Grazer. Why does the motto, the Thoughtseize bug, never work when I need it to? It's so unfair, honestly. Ooh. Some bug shadow action? Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm just gonna play towards... I'm just gonna play towards like Dryad and shit, you know? Oops. They just plays towards making Dryad active. What's up, House? How's it going? We have successfully embraced the meme, House. We have successfully embraced the meme. We're getting kind of punished. Actually, the Hydra was pretty insane when we played against my mono red Obosh opponent in the previous game. So they obviously have Aether Gust. Hydra MVP. I mean, we won the previous game because of the Hydra, which I thought was very, very fitting. Gust or bust. I mean, I guess it's not gust or bust. They can just have any form of counter magic and we're gonna be fucked. Which I think they, I mean, they obviously have some form of counter magic here. Yeah. Don't want to make any changes now that I know my opponent's playing Goyfs. I don't think I want Sage or anything like that. Just do the same thing. How many explorers? Too many explorers. Key and land drops is obviously the most important thing here. 61 is just good deck building, exactly. I remember when there was this player that won a GP with like a 64 card deck or something. I can't remember what it was, but it was hilarious. Okay. We find some lands, please. Just ahead of the curve, yeah. Sure. One lander. I didn't cavern there because we still don't know whether we want to pack for a Titan or we want to pack for an Oran-Reef Hydra, right? So opponent is definitely holding up Stubby. And Stubby is effectively a time walk. So I think I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna name Giant. Then I'm gonna play my land. And then I'm gonna attack for 2. Yeah, attacking for 2 is fine. Dismember down to 3. Got it. So if they have Shadow plus Stub, this is bad, but like we got all 4 lane drops. Now Stub doesn't do anything. There's a Shadow. Six, 1 more land drop. This is fine. We don't care about the Angler, so I'm just gonna get to Lurrus Western Field, I think. Next turn, we pay for Pact 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3. Then we're gonna have, yeah, we're gonna have the Cavern in play. Yeah. So they would, in order to win, they would have needed to draw exactly a red source. That's not a fetch land. So now they can't attack, which means that we just pull ahead here. So we can attack. We get Vesuva, copy field. I could have done stuff here, but it just plays into my opponent's Stubborn Denial. And I think that, you know, precisely they're short on mana, so I don't want to make my opponent's bad cards into good cards. So I think we just do this. We're jump attacking with the Titan, but this is perfectly fine. Dryad Valakut. I literally just said how I would be making my opponent's dead Stubborn Denial into a good card. I don't want to do that. This guarantees that I can't lose. Like literally my opponent cannot win from here. This makes it so I cannot lose. Their Thoughtseize are bad. Like all of their cards are just bad. All of their cards are just bad. And they are dead. They are dead on the untap. Yeah. So by taking a line with the Lurrus, I would have opened myself towards a line that actually loses the game. While by doing that, I am 100% win. I am basically taking advantage of my opponent not having lands, basically. And then being at a low life total where they can't. They're low enough and they have low enough resources that we can punish them for that. Prime Time is now Grave Titan? No, it was much better. Grave Titan would have gotten 2 zombies. The Prime Time just got 6 on in a single turn. So it is strictly better Grave Titan, if you want to call it that. We're 3-1. We're cashing this league. We're cashing this league. This is just great. No man, we didn't even draw a Hydra. Terrible. This hand actually looks pretty solid. Bottom in the field because I'm gonna have to get the double green here. This is the way that I can manage to Kitria Trial. Freed me, yeah, with the Prime sub! If I can casually with Jace, winning with Hydra is a piece of cake. Yeah, this is basically easy mode, honestly, if you think about it. So I think I'm gonna explore here because it gives me more info. It gives me more info first before I make a move on the Dryad. Now, for example, I know that I'm supposed to bounce my land. Is the Hydra there to tell the deck to give us more amulets somehow? Yeah, it's just a lucky charm. The Hydra is there strictly for lucky charm purposes. It's a lot of mana. So I'm playing my land first to play around Mana Leak. And after we play this land, we're going to Pact. Let's actually bounce the other one. That one. Hydra just increases your white list by 15%. Yeah, that's just true. Okay. We play on. Progenitus is the real flex. Yeah. Just basically missing out on value here. I don't think I want to expose my Field of the Dead, so I'm just gonna pass the turn. Pretty unlucky that they had one of their 3 forces there. It's literally the only card that answers the situation, right? Because if they remand, we literally can make enough mana to play a Titan twice. Actually, we could have played Titan 3 times. Steam Vents. Excuse me, what? Am I trading Dryad for Huntmaster? I think I am, actually. I'm not exposing these to a Field of Ruin, like we have infinite land drops anyway, so I'll block. Just pass the turn. Sure. This plays into Cryptic, so I'm just basically not gonna do anything until we have ways to punish the fact that they're missing land drops. So we're just gonna pass the turn here. But in life where I can get off with 2 amulets or more, yeah, of course. I've been there forever. If we draw another threat, I think we're gonna win. Or we can just draw a fucking forest. I think I'm gonna block the wolf this time around. Honestly, it's possible that I should have just... blocked the wolf the previous turn. That basically tells me that my opponent has another Cryptic in hand. I guess if they have a Snapcaster or a Bolt, I'm actually just dead here. Whoops. And I misclicked. That sucks. So I guess we're going to Karn and minus for the worm. I mean, we knew that they had another Cryptic, right? We knew that they had another cryptic, so like it wasn't the craziest thing. Because of how they played, we knew that, by the way. Cavern sounds good. Do we even bother with Bog? Ghost Quarter, just because I assume that they have Mystic Sanctuary. I honestly don't know what my opponent's playing, so it's pretty tough to sideboard against them. They could have Blood Moon though. So I'm just going to hedge a little bit by bringing in the Rex Sage. Again, I have no information about what my opponent's deck looks like. So I'm kind of ballparking here a little bit, you know? Let's make this one clear. Handmaster was not the card we lost to. I never said that was... Handmaster could have been a 4-mana 3/3. And my opponent would have won anyway. We lost to Force of Negation ×2. That's what we lost to. Okay. Can work with this. Should have attacked. Missed an attack there. So bad. Feels like we might be getting mooned here. Just a little bit. Spell Pierce. You got it. Didn't miss the attack that second time. Here we go. This time they might actually cycle the Shark Typhoon, so I'm not gonna attack, which is unfortunate. And that's exactly what they do. Wow. What should I use my mind reading powers for? For good or for evil? Leaning towards evil right now. Oops. Slightly leaning towards evil though. Nothing too strong. Tectonic Edge is an interesting one. We're gonna get gusted here. Feels kind of bad, but it's pretty much unavoidable. Fuck this card. So we're getting time walked this coming turn, so my opponent's probably gonna tap out for it now. Yep. Tap out for Jace. My opponent's been playing this very well, by the way. They have been playing it very, very well. Sumbos. The classic tech edge into Shark Typhoon deck. Yeah, I know, right? There's no such thing as going too deep. No such thing. I don't like that plus. That seems like a pretty bad plus in my opinion. So my opponent was playing it very well until right now. And I think that play there was pretty bad. Here we go again on my own. Here I go again, it's my Titan. Here they go again, they have Gust. I'm gonna top here because it forces my opponent to plus, which is good for me. Because that means that they don't minus. And now lands are good draws. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no way they have another spell pierce, right? Sweet. So now that we know that this resolves, we're gonna serve at Jace. Listening to me sing on stream while practicing rudiments, Temur better do. You got it right, Smell Queller. You got it right. This does not deal damage to walkers, right? Fuck, it does do damage to walkers. Brutal. So we're gonna get to Ballista for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ballista for 5. It's pretty alright. Ren. Well, that's fucking disgusting. That is gross. Oh, fuck me. Well, I mean, at least they let me do this. Cavern on Construct. We're gonna do it now because I want to make sure I can guarantee the field trigger, and I want to guarantee that I'm playing an uncounterable Ballista. Should I have killed this? I don't think so. Just gonna ping. I think we have to kill the Ren, right? We're gonna do it on their upkeep. Guess we can just do it now. But I don't think that we can realistically beat like Tech Edge plus. If they find the second Ren, we're super fucked. But it is what it is. If they don't, we can play around this Handmaster flipping, which is kind of nice. Gust on top. So I guess that they have an answer to the Ballista. That's a fucking answer to the Ballista, I'll tell you that much. Holy shit, my opponent just has it all. It's kind of ridiculous. Prime time. Yeah, okay, we're dead now. We are dead. My opponent is drawing Gust. They have a Jace going 104.3A. Wow, that was kind of a great showing for my opponent's deck. That was sweet. I kind of want to play that deck now. God damn it. All right, we managed to cash with this, which just feels like $1 million, even though in reality it just feels like one trophy. You feel like $1 million, but in reality it's just 2.36 tickets, right? So there's an actual number that we can use for that. That's gonna be it for this league today. Hope you enjoyed the meme. We actually cashed, so it's great, but hope you had a good time. This was awesome. See you in the next one. Bye bye.